Hope everyone's ready for a huge occasion in Manchester. Valencia's ball in for Rooney, and it's a tap in for Ryan Giggs. Bellamy goes down, it's a penalty. And it's Carlos Tevez against his old team. And he nearly takes the back of the net off. This is Zabaleta, he was looking for company. To make a message to Sir Alex Ferguson here. And round here, that's a very popular result for the first leg.
Nicely balanced then going into the second leg at Old Trafford. There to see how it's all panned out with Mark Lawrenson and Guy Mowbray.
Rarely has a League Cup semi-final or a Manchester derby mattered quite this much. It's City United Part 2, and after the feud and fury before, during and after the first leg, this time it really is personal. United's team shows two changes from Saturday's Rooney-led rout of Hull, with Ryan Giggs and Michael Carrick brought back in. Rooney, of course, plays, as does Rio Ferdinand, charged with violent conduct following his return at the weekend. An appeal has delayed his suspension, but could see it increased. For City, it's the same team that started last week's 2-1 win at Eastlands, so great faith again shown in 19-year-old centre-back Dedrick Boyata. Naturally, Carlos Tevez is the centre of attention after his 2 goals and war of words with Gary Neville. Back at Old Trafford, is it his stage again? Away we go. Light the blue, all red touch paper, and watch from a safe distance. Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1 from the first leg. Scorer of those 2 sky blue goals, Carlos Tevez, immediately booed, as you'd expect, by the United fans as he went to close down Edwin van der Sar. And United get a throw. De Jong nicking the ball off Nani. His performance was described by Sir Alex Ferguson as fantastic against Hull on Saturday. Wayne Rooney rightly grabbed all the headlines by grabbing all the goals, all 4 of them. Mark Lawrenson is alongside me, Mark. The first few minutes will surely be played on adrenaline.
Yeah, it will be, Guy. I think also that what City have done, central midfield, they've played 3 players in there to match up against Manchester United, so Manchester United don't control that particular area early on in the game. Giggs.
Rooney on the run. Collects it beautifully in front of Richards and turns to shoot.
This fella's in absolutely brilliant form, isn't he? Fantastic player he's been for Manchester United this season.
Zabaleta. Right, Phillips. It's De Jong into the feet of Carlos Tevez. Not close enough to Zabaleta. It was well spotted by Johnny Evans, and now Giggs seeks out Wayne Rooney. Always on the move around that City penalty area. Just about impossible to stop at the moment. De Jong cuts out the cross. Corner if it goes. Richards knows that.
Just a little bit worried about Boyata at the moment. His position in terms of City's defence. He's just been caught a couple of times with the ball just in that channel.
In goes Zabaleta strongly. And Webb's not happy with the tackle. It's a United free kick. Cue the Old Trafford roar again. Time for Ferdinand to make a forward advance again. Ryan Giggs to try to craft something for United. Curled in beautifully this time, but De Jong got in front of Fletcher. Scholes hits it! He didn't half-smack it.
Yeah, decent header as well out. There's no one from City really to close the shot down. Just didn't really bend his back enough, Paul Scholes.
Given happy enough with where that was heading. Emmanuel Adebayor is back in the country. And applause for City fans way up high. We're giving him a warm welcome back to Manchester. Scholes. Carrick. That was either great vision or he got lucky. Everett. Giggs. Richards was backing away. Fletcher went in. Company was sliding in. This is Carrick. Now Nani. Flipping it over for Rooney, and that's an important header from Boyata.
And that's good defending by the youngster. Read the situation, just help the centre out of danger.
Remember, he's only 19. This is his 5th senior appearance. Ferdinand helps it on, but all was wide off the heel.
City, while they've got everybody back, no one seems to be particularly picking anybody up.
Could easily have flown in that. Right, Phillips looking to find Tevez first time. I don't think he intended to get the loft on that. Tevez did his best with it, and then goes down as though an arm was swiped in his direction by Ferdinand. And, if he was getting booed before, it's only going to get a whole lot worse from here on in.
Yeah.
The arm comes back. It is the point of the elbow. It will have hurt running at that speed, but I don't think it was a swinging.
No, he's not drawn the elbow back, has he? He's not. There is contact, but put it into perspective.
Fletcher loses the ball to Zabaleta. Oh, Evans. Tevez was too quick for it. Right, Phillips outside. Tevez only looking to go for goal himself. What a run! Looked like a slip.
Yeah, I think he just overran the ball a little bit, but it's great play initially.
Evra. Fletcher. Muscled out of it by Micah Richards. Fletcher then tried to tug him back. Richards was strong enough to keep his feet and find Tevez. Zabaleta. He's got Evra for company now. I'm sure he knew about it. Javier Garrido. Bellamy. Desperate to have a run at Rafael again. Takes himself out wide to cross. Not a bad cross. Tevez is there! And Van der Sar pushes it behind. The ball has actually stayed in. Barry and Evans went for it. And Evans has come away with it.
They're really good chances. I'm not sure that Tevez made the contact on the header he would have liked.
Scholes. Carrick. In comes Bellamy. It's hotting up at Old Trafford. Rafael is running forward with Nani. Best chance of the game for City. Nani's cross. Company had a swing but didn't make contact, and then Rooney has bundled him over. And that's going to be a free kick, I think, rather than a goal kick.
Yeah.
Well, it's his story. It's his old stage. This is the first really, really good opportunity of the night.
Just think he makes decent contact but heads it too close to Van der Sar. Van der Sar seems to shovel it away more than anything. I think he thought about catching it at first.
The last 3 games since returning to action, the big Dutchman. Still no goals, which means City have the 2-1 lead over the tie. Were United to go into a 1-0 lead, we would be all square, and that Ryan Giggs goal at Eastlands would only count after extra time. What it would, of course, mean would be that City would have to score tonight. Carrick. Fletcher. It's fallen for Giggs. Lovely save by Shea Given. He got down so quickly and made it look more simple than it was.
Well, the other thing as well, just watch where Shea Given is. Straight away, edge of the 6-yard box, cuts the angle down completely for Giggs.
Chris Smalling at Old Trafford tonight. Signed by Manchester United from Fulham, we understand, for next season. City have won this competition twice in their history, and both times they beat Manchester United on the way to success. This history going to repeat itself, because in 1970 in the semi-finals, 40 years ago, City won the first leg 2-1 at home, and then got a 2-2 draw here. A 0-0 would suit them just fine tonight. That's come out of play. No, it hasn't. Flag stayed down. It looked like it had. This is Bellamy. Here comes the cross. Evans is sure-footed enough to get the ball away. Now that is out of play, and it is a City throw.
Just a little bit of a worry from United's point of view how easily Bellamy went past his man.
Barry trying to give Bellamy another chance. Rafael and Nani doubled up on him. De Jong. He's gone straight to Paul Scholes. Giggs. Here's Rooney. Richards in the way. Richards sets off on his way. Tevez pulls away. Richards might go all the way. Oh, what a good shot. And what a good save from Van der Sar. Richards doing it all by himself.
Now, this was a really determined run. He decided not to play the ball out wide. Richards comes inside, left foot, clobbers it, and heading for the top corner.
That was brilliant from Micah Richards. What a save. Van der Sar just gets there in time.
It was an opposite hand save, wasn't it?
Richards scored a superb solo goal against Blackburn a couple of weeks ago. That was almost even better. It's Bellamy. It's Richards again. I think it was blocked partly by Tevez, part by Evra. Richards is still in there battling for City. Now it's Barry. Bellamy went for power. And Van der Sar was in the right place to gather it and quickly let go. Fletcher. Giggs. Too strong for Raphael. Flags up against Tevez anyway. And United will get a bit of respite because of that. Howard Webb could let play go on, it would seem, though. And look at Tevez. Persistence pays off as he goes in. But goes in too strongly for Howard Webb's liking. And it's going to be a yellow card for Carlos Tevez.
Just went right through him, didn't he? I'm not sure it was as bad a tackle as Manchester United are making out there.
Is this the first spark in the evening? Ferdinand, a little bit of time for himself. He's able to advance too. Sees Giggs. It's over right Phillips. He made a bit of a mess of that. Giggs ball in. Richards there to defend again. What a start of the second half he's had. In attack and defence. Tevez. Javier Garrido. Bellamy wants it. Raphael went in with the tackle and got a touch to the ball. It's City's corner.
Just as well he caught the ball as well, wasn't it?
And there are missiles raining down on Craig Bellamy. We saw one thing come down and make contact with him, and it's still pouring down from the stands. Van der Sar is there to put himself in the way, really, to try to restore order. Well, that's the last thing we wanted to see. It was always an occurrence that was likely. The way that passions have been stoked in the build-up to this game. Look at this. Bellamy's already complaining about one object, and then comes a second. And they keep on coming after that. We've got to praise Edwin van der Sar, but there will be repercussions for Manchester United after all that.
Yeah, there will be. No place for that in football.
Howard Webb will undoubtedly include this in his report.
Yeah, he's just had a word with Alan Wiley, the fourth official, who no doubt will probably speak to the steward. I don't know whether they might get a tannoy announcement or something.
Bellamy's still mouthing away to Rio Ferdinand, who looks as though he's trying to ignore it. City have taken the corner in the meantime, and Scholes has belted it clear. Rooney. De Jong was slipping and sliding away. It's cleared the head of Wright Phillips. Ryan Giggs in on Shay Gibbons' goal, but he has to take it away. Giggs still has it. Trying to tee up Nani. Brings it down, runs into Boyata. This is Scholes! An incredible noise around Old Trafford because Paul Scholes has levelled the tie.
Shay Gibbons does extremely well. He thinks about, shall I take Giggs on? No. Giggs does really well himself. I think at this point Manchester City think the danger's gone, and the ball just squirts out straight to Scholes and through the legs of the defender. Gibbons got no chance.
Nani held up, no way through for him. Scholes strikes it sweetly. Looked as though it may have taken a little deflection too.
Zabaleta, I think, Guy.
Fergie's to his feet. Michael Owen joins in the celebrations. It's 2-2 on aggregate. And because of the goal that Ryan Giggs scored at Eastlands, the advantage, just slightly, is with United. And I swear this place has never been as loud as this. De Jong. Tevez, that's a crunching tackle. And a fantastic one by Johnny Evans. Richards. Fletcher gets it. Richards is trying to have a bite back at him. Flag's being waved. Oh, Fletcher responds with an arm, and Howard Webb is quickly in to stop this blowing out of all proportion.
It's a Manchester derby.
It's the sort of game that needs a big burly copper from Robin. That's what Howard Webb is. United free kick. Giggs. Raphael with a throw into Nani. Here's Fletcher. Lovely tackle that from Boyata, but the ball is played in by Carrick. United have a 2-0 lead. And as it stands, they are Wembley bound. City again couldn't get the ball away properly.
No, they struggled a few opportunities with this. And this is a really good tackle, but just a super calm and cool finish. Just passed into the back of the net.
Given moving the wrong way. Michael Carrick with the goal that has sent Old Trafford, bar 9,000 in the crowd, into absolute delirium. Annual Adebayor is on. He came on in the aftermath of United's second goal.
Yeah, shown right footed, isn't it?
His first job is to help out his defenders. And that will bring a new level of urgency into a game which has been played at breakneck pace from the start anyway. Because City now need a goal to take it to extra time. Evra. Here's Giggs. Through for Evra. Past Boyata. Rooney wide. That would have been the clincher.
Well, how important a miss could this be in the context of this game? Great play by Evra. Rooney, for once, actually almost in his stumble and lose his footing and lost his coolness.
And he nearly lost his dinner. It's ticking around to 34 years since Manchester City last won a major trophy, the League Cup, this cup, in 1976. Roberto Mancini pledged to tear that banner down. It might not be this year, unless his team can score in the next quarter of an hour or so. Adebayor. Bellamy. Tevez! City have scored! And it had to be Carlos Tevez! The tie is as level as it could be.
I think the key to this goal as well, initially set up by Tevez into Adebayor. Bellamy wastes very little time, delivers a ball in right-footed, and Tevez just gets across his marker and flicks it round the corner. Superbly taken, this is.
He's been the story in this city ever since he made the switch from red to blue last summer. He was the star of the first leg, and he's rescued City in the second. Former United hero. What a competition this has been for Carlos Tevez. Fletcher. Carrick. Through for Giggs. Boyata gets across. Giggs plays it through it. Company denies Rooney. That's Carrick. Blocked by Company. And Carrick skews it wide.
Well, Manchester United defied on 2 occasions by Company, who's been brilliant for Manchester City centre back, absolutely brilliant. There's the first tackle, and the next one comes in. He gets a block on the first one then, and really, if anything, United should be a goal to the better here. It's a great opportunity for Carrick.
I don't want to do Dedrick Boyata down. He's 19. He's a player of enormous promise, but Company's playing for 2.
Oh, Company's been sensational.
The original colours of Manchester United, the Newton Heath colours, worn in protest against the Glazer regime at Old Trafford. Tevez. Through for Bellamy, he will get there. Adebayor waits for it and heads it wide. Oh, that was a chance for a player of Emmanuel Adebayor standing in the game. Big chance.
Yeah. Break by Bellamy again. I think Adebayor just gets the compass completely wrong, doesn't he?
Roberto Mancini issues the instructions. Here's Scholes. Here's Carrick. Here's Valencia. Zabaleta drawn inside. Company out to do the defending for him. There's the block. Here's a United corner. United corner as we move into stoppage time. The board said 3 minutes. And for once, there was no dissent about that from either camp. Too wrapped up in what's going on in front of them. Giggs with the corner. Up goes Ireland and Zabaleta together. Scholes. Out to Giggs once more. Barry will get across to trying to stop him. Easier said than done. Giggs, and it comes to Fletcher. What a stop by Gibbon! He's just kept City in the cup.
Yeah, fantastic block. Not sure which part of the body it was, but it doesn't matter.
That is a blinding save. Corner taken. Giggs in. United score. Wayne Rooney. Cometh the hour. Cometh the man. There's the twist we were waiting for, and it's gone to Manchester United, who look as though they're Wembley bound again.
Absolutely brilliant header, isn't it? A great ball in as well, and just sneaked in behind the defence. That really atones for the miss at 2-1 up.
Powers it past Shea Gibbon. Celebrates the goal like he's never celebrated one before. And the wall of noise that thundered around this ground was deafening. Not in that end. The hurt goes on for City. Barry. What have they got left, the men in sky blue? They have fought for all their worth. And as we know, this team is worth a lot these days. Maybe their time will come. The time is running out for them tonight. That will just about do it. The flags are waving. The scarves are in the air. Carlos Tevez' effort in vain. Not this time, Roberto.
Listen to that noise.
Richards hurls in. The final whistle sounds. For now at least, United remain the top dogs in the city of Manchester. You can see what it means to the United players and to the grand old man of Old Trafford. And when a team needs a last gasp hero, Mark, United have just the man to play that job.
Yeah, well, we thought, his big miss at 2-1 up for United, which would have taken the game completely away from City, and there's a man atoned for that miss. Great crossing. The cross made the goal, undoubtedly. Just had to apply his head onto it. He had that much power on the cross.
It's a crestfallen looking Roberto Mancini who makes his way down to the corner. Ryan Giggs, who's seen everything in football, leads the celebrations with the joyous United fans. The white Pele, the number 10, Wayne Rooney. There's no doubt about it, the gap is closing. There's a real rivalry back in this city again, but United still hold sway, and they will meet Villa at Wembley in the Carling Cup final at the end of February. 3-1 United on the night. They edge it on aggregate. It's their night.
It was a terrific tie, really. You know, both games were full of incident, excitement, and I thought on the night, you know, we performed probably our best performance of the season.
Patient display.
Yes, it's important. You know, it's easy to get carried away and say, well, you're at home, you've got to attack. You know, we were a little bit cagey, I thought, first half, but you know, we were on the ball, we looked composed, we looked as though we could create chances. And then second half we stepped it up a little bit and we kept them under pressure for a lot of the second half.
I think that we played a good game. First half very, very well. Second half we conceded only 10 minutes when United scored 2 goals. Only 10 minutes. We were under pressure, but in the rest of the game we played the same level of United. And for this I'm sorry, because I'm sorry for my player, for the supporters, because we want to go in the final. But this is a football. If sometimes you make mistake, it's possible that you lost.
What's a game like that to play in? It certainly seemed to have an edge.
Yeah, obviously there was a lot on the game. There was a lot at stake. Not just with it being a derby, but obviously getting to a cup final, and everyone was well aware of the fact how big a game it was, and you could see out there the quality of the football at times was very good, and we're happy the way we played and obviously with the result.
I'm disappointed, yes, only for my players, because I think that can be to the final. Okay, but we have another cup, we win FA Cup.
Yeah, that was pretty special at the end. You know, you'd seen the fans celebrating that. You don't really want to come off the pitch, you want to spend a bit longer on there, but yeah, it was a special night, and we're glad to put a performance in a victory like that to send everyone home happy.